Hello, is this Andrew?
Speaking.
Hi, Andrew. How are you? It's Lucy from Winner Circle Proxy.
How are you? How are you, Lucy?
I'm good. How are you doing? Have you submitted your picks?
My picks are in.
Yeah? How are you feeling?
I feel good. Two years ago, I had two tickets that finished in third place. I think we got 60-some thousand for it in this same contest.
Wow. Wow, very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got two entries here, second and ninth in the Circa Millions quarterly standings.
We're ready to go.
And then you're 97th overall. That's really impressive.
Yeah. Hopefully, trying to win the quarter.
Yeah. So talk us through your strategy that's gotten you this far. Were you expecting to be leading in the quarter, or were you kind of solely focused on the full standings?
No, I haven't. No, I had. Look, I just pick my games every week.
Yeah.
And my friend, it's funny. 2 years ago, when we finished in third, I didn't even know I had won. I got a call from the Circa.
Yeah.
The thing was over. I just picked my games,
Oh, you're gonna love
it.
it.
He's a partner of mine, and he's calling me screaming 2 weeks ago. He goes, "We're in it for the third quarter, and that's our last week. So we did well last week," and he says, "We're in second place." So I said, "Good."
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess it can kind of sneak up on you like that in the quarterly standings. You're not really focused on that. You're
That's
just...
it. Well, when you're playing over 5 weeks, the first 2-3 weeks, who knows? You're just picking games,
Yeah.
And then after 3 weeks, if you're doing well, okay, you're alive. And if you survive and do well in week 4, well, then you're there. And here we are.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It makes it seem doable. This was my first year doing the contest as well, and once I figured out the quarterly standings, I was like, okay, it doesn't seem too hard. You've got 4 weeks.
You got to remember, okay, look, we went there, as you people know, because you registered us, and we bought $134,000 of tickets. We bought a Grandissimo, we bought 30 Survivor tickets, and we bought 4. My friend said, "Let's buy more of the spread pool." I said, "How many games can I pick in the spread pool every week?"
Yeah.
I said, "Pick 4, and that's it." And most weeks, I'll use 3 games on all the tickets, and I'll figure out different combinations for the other 2 games, and that's kind of how I operate,
Yeah.
So there's 3 basic games that will show up on all the tickets. And you hope the other 2 games you do well on some of them. And actually, I have 4 tickets. I have a ticket, we have a third place ticket there that's there also. It's like 15.5 points. It's like a point and a half behind the third ticket we have, and we have a 4th ticket with 15 points.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not likely to win.
Yeah.
I have 4 tickets that are in the top, 60 there, so you never know. Hopefully we'll go 5-0 on one. Hopefully we'll go 5-0 on the one that's in second place.
Yeah, I know, that would be amazing, right? So since you have multiple entries, so is it just you making the picks, or you have a group that you're working with?
No, I make all the picks. I have a friend of mine that's a partner of mine. I don't trust him for anything. He lets me pick, and, he's running around following where we're at, and I just tell him, okay, whatever. But so now we looked at it and figured out, where we are, and picked accordingly. I couldn't. We were looking at it today, and at first I was going to pick 4 games common on the first place ticket and on the second place ticket, and use a different team for the 5th pick.
Yeah.
And then I said, but the one that's in second, if I do that, the best it can do is tie the one that's in first. If it goes 5-0, the other one has to go 4-1.
Right.
Because there's 4 games that are common. So I said, that doesn't work. So I figured out, I used the combinations. I used 3 common games, and then I used 2 different combinations of 2 on top of that. I figured hopefully we'll win the 3 big games, and hopefully, we'll go 2-0 on one of the other combinations and get 5 out of it,
Yeah, it's definitely a good strategy. Do you think that since do you think your strategy's changed since you started to qualify once you realized that you were actually in the money, or have you always used this?
Just this week I had to look at it. Up until this week it didn't.
Yeah.
But now that there's 1 week left, there's 5 games left, and we're in second by half a point. It's not even by a point. Like the guy in front of me has a tie where we have a loss.
Yeah.
I told him, I told my friend, I said, if we go 4-1, there's a decent chance we win this thing, unless the other guy goes 5-0 or 4-1. He could go 3-2. We go 4-1, he goes 3-2. If we go 4-1, I said, we're guaranteed to get second place out of this thing.
Yeah.
And I said, maybe we'll get first, who knows, so.
Yeah.
I got lucky, 5 football games is 5 football games, and unfortunately, whatever, for good or for bad, it's the same for everybody, but half of these teams are playing for nothing, so You know, it's kind of a different animal. You know, you're not handicapping the games that mean nothing to some teams and they're resting half their starters. You know, you got to be more careful with those games than you would, you know, during even last week or 2 weeks ago. You know, so.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Less to choose from. How's that? But
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, actually, I have this game coming up now at 4:30 on my tickets. The game's starting in 20 minutes.
Yeah. So you're watching. I was gonna say, are you gonna be too nervous to watch the games today?
No, I can watch. I'm okay. Listen, I bet a lot. When I bet money on games, so I'm used to it. I've bet certainly for 150,000. If it was those poor guys in the survival there, where they're sitting there 5 guys left, they're fighting for the 19 million.
Oh my gosh, I know. I was in it up until Thanksgiving, and I took the Eagles, and then the pool shrunk by like 93%, and that was me done.
Yeah.
It was
last year, out of the 14,500, I had 5 tickets left when there were 500 left.
Wow.
Like I had 1% of the pool.
Oh my gosh.
Then we got screwed 1 week, and then I had 1 ticket left with about 200 games left, and then we lost.
Yeah. I had it was 2 entries that I had, and I was advised to put one on the Bears and one on the Eagles. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I just said, let's put both on the Eagles, and I haven't stopped crying about it since. So.
Yeah, the Eagles played some stinker games.
Yeah, that was like a crazy game.
That survival is a war. It's a 20-week war. I mean,
yeah.
For those guys that are still there, it's brutal.
I know.
We had a Grandissimo ticket, and you know, it's $100,000, and we were watching that thing, and you know, everybody was screaming at the TV every week, you know. So. Yeah.
No, it's cutthroat. That's for sure. I'm never gonna watch a game again because I watched that Eagles game and we lost. So I think it's giving me bad juju.
No, it's tough sledding, but whatever. That's the game we choose. What can I tell?
Yeah. Well, I'll let you get ready to go watch your game, and I wish you the best of luck, Andrew.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the call.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
Bye.